I like Danielle's question, because I was actually thinking that the ice cream van that we were looking at earlier had a concrete genie feel to it. So do you have any thoughts?
I don't know what concrete genie is.
Sorry. We have to find it. Can we find
an answer this question? Any super popular games you couldn't care less about? And I suppose you can't say Fall Guys, so.
I care a lot for Fall Guys, it's great. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of games that I suppose I want to care a lot about, and then just they're not really things like Cyberpunk. I don't really have any kind of. I don't really want to play it that much. I wouldn't mind watching, I suppose, about like the let's play or something, but to actually play, probably not so much. Games like that, I kind of like to watch more like a film, I suppose, than to actually like play with. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but
I guess where games are a lot more cinematic, sometimes you just prefer to watch them. Although, I guess Cyberpunk is pretty heavy on the RPG, isn't it? But, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that's down to just the time commitment thing, or is it more just to watch it?
Definitely partly a time commitment thing. Just don't have so much time these days, and the time that I do have for gaming at this point, I want to be like doing it with other people as a social thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe at some point I'll get back into kind of those kind of games.
Or is it too close to work? Like a busman's holiday?
No, because it's not too close. But it's I don't know. I just don't have any like strong feelings over playing them, I guess.
Mm-hmm. We have to find. I'll see if I can find you some info on Concrete Genie, because it'd be interesting to see what you think about it.
Well, it's really interesting because my daughter's very anti anything artistic. She doesn't. I don't like art, and we're like, how can you say that? Because art is such a wide ranging subject. But she's like, nope, don't like art. So we got Concrete Genie, and it's a little game where the protagonist kind of runs around a dark town graffitiing the walls, and it's just a really beautiful game. And obviously every game is slightly different because each person chooses what they put on the walls, so you can use whatever patterns you want, so it's unique to the player, and she really loves it because it's just an opportunity to run around and do this and create this, and part of it is you create these little genies that run around the walls with you, and what you do, how you create those genies, what body parts you put on them, changes the personality of the genie and changes the noises it makes and the way it moves, and so again that's unique, and there's just this little artistic element going throughout the game that is just happening there, and she really enjoys that game. And I think do you feel like we need more sort of artistic-y games to inspire the next generation to
that sounds like really cool. I'm a massive fan over anything where you can like customize for your personal taste. I think that's like really important, and definitely like is something that makes me want to play a game, like especially if it's something so like free as that is. That sounds really cool. Absolutely, more games about art would be kind of cool, really cool to get, especially like if it gets people interested into art, and like kind of realizing there's more applications for it than you kind of think there might be.
It's almost art by stealth in a way, Concrete Genie. Yeah, another game that's quite similar to that, I suppose, would be Dreams, which is kind of exactly what you describe. It's where you just make whatever you want, and then you make it into a kind of dream. I can't really explain it because it's just so abstract and things. It's kind of like a 3D modeler, but in the guise of a game, and you can just make whatever you want, and you can put music on it and everything as well, which is quite cool. I think a lot of people have taken up that and created a lot of different things on it. It's insane how much people have made. Like, I think you can actually just make entire games out of what you create as well, which is really cool. But yeah, that's definitely one to have a look at.
I think that's why I like the building games so much, is because I have no artistic skill whatsoever, but when it comes to like, right, here's pieces that you can put together and you can build a house or build a castle or build a whatever it is that I decide to build at the time, then it's like, it gives me a chance to do something mildly creative that I can't do with my hands generally and stuff like that. Enjoy that.
Really liked the game Spore. It's quite old now.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That one, when that came out, I remember kind of like it blew my mind a bit. Like, I can like create anything, like any creature. Like, that's so cool. Yeah. So that for me was really fun.
If people want to see more of your work and things, I don't know if you're regular posting at the moment, but where can people find what you've already done?
Instagram is really the best place to go.
Awesome.
Just Kate Price illustration. Yeah.
I can type your handle in the chat if you tell us.
Oh yeah, it's I can't remember exactly how it is now. It's just Kate, I think it's Kate Price, all one word, and then _ illustration.
Awesome.
That you should be able to find me from that.
Everyone in the chat, go and look now.
And correct me if it's wrong.
Yeah, sorry if I can't remember my own handles.
No, that's right. I've followed you.
Oh, thank you.
There we are.
Found you and followed you.
Nicely done.
Speaking of finding and following, if you don't already, please like, share and subscribe, as Matt would say, as he's not here, but I've said it for him. And we have content for you every Thursday at roughly 7 o'clock. We'll be doing something. We'll either be chatting or playing games or something vaguely similar to that. But yes, expect content from us every Thursday at 7. And we look forward to chatting more about gaming and feminism and lots of other cool things like that. Is there anything else anyone wants to say before we say goodbye?
Thank you Jen, for coming in.
Yeah.
No, thank you for having me. It's been
The
great.
most important thing that I forgot to say. Yes. But thank you very much for coming on.
First
It's been a real
official
pleasure.
guest.
Yeah, thank you for
Very
being our
exciting.
first guest, and we will. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't manage to arrange the heads how I wanted to, but I'll work on it.
It's okay. Yeah. Cool. Oh, Matt's just got one last question actually before we go. He says, "What upcoming game are you most excited about?" I think that could be for all of us if you want.
No, I think mine are all out now.
There's nothing left. You're
No,
done.
I did forget to mention when you asked about what games we've been playing about Sayonara Wild Hearts, and
Oh, yeah.
I have now worked. I have only got silver on every level, but I have worked my way through all the levels, and it is amazing. And I really, really recommend that. It's really cool.
Baldur's Gate for me. It's just going to be Baldur's Gate for until it comes out. And then I won't be able to do anything or play any other games for about 3 years. It'll be ridiculous.
I've mentioned it on a previous episode, but whenever it's due out, I'm really looking forward to playing Stray, which is a game about playing a stray cat with a tiny backpack on, and there's lots of robots, and that's all I know.
Yep.
So
No, that's on my wish list as well.
very excited about that.
Oh, yeah, I'm too, yeah. Now that I've got a PS5, I just put it on the back burner because I was like, I'm never going to get one of those. And now I have. So-
Oh, I've also got something called Over Magica on my wish list, because you know that thing that did the rounds on Twitter and social media of the idiot who posted the picture of the woman versus the fan art and said, "Oh, game makers are making women look too masculine."
Apex Alpha, yeah.
Oh my God.
One of the developers behind this game, Over Magica, which is basically about raising little blobs, did a spoof video where they put some pretty faces on the blobs and said, "Oh, they're making the blobs look too masculine," and mocked him. And so on the basis of that alone, I have added the game to my wish list for when it comes out on Steam.
Brilliant.
Whatever works. Awesome. Thank you again, Katie, for